everybody, it's Kat, and I thought I would do a quick video to check in about the lit review. Um, it's a hard project, right? There's many steps. So far you've gathered research, you've done an annotated bibliography, um, you have gotten feedback on that annotated bibliography this morning, and I will also be providing a little feedback on that today and tomorrow. The next step is going to be is the synthesis exercise. So that requires you to kind of take all your sources and look at them as a whole, right? To start to think about what source kind of talks to the other sources, right? Where do you see the gaps, the trends, and the patterns in the research, right? So this is a really nice way to visualize your research. You can do it on traditional note cards if you want, just take some pictures. Or if you want, you can use the online app that I have provided in the guidelines. It's totally up to you. How do I want to phrase this? How much you put into this is up to you, right? As long as you do it, I'm going to give you credit. I find the students that really work hard on the synthesis and spend the time truly thinking about the connections between their sources and getting those paraphrases and summaries out, because remember, we're not quoting, those students tend to be the ones that have an easier time writing the working draft, right? The goal is to kind of be able to say, here's my sources, here's what they're doing, now I've just got to write it out, right? So the synthesis is going to be most likely be the body of your literature review. So I encourage you to start with the synthesis, then write the body, then go back into the introduction, because it's really hard to introduce something when you don't know what you're saying yet, right? Then do the methods, and then do the conclusion. That's just the way I would approach it, but of course it's up to you, okay? So with the synthesis exercise, sorry, I'm having a hard time saying that word at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. With that exercise, once again, put as much into it as you want. You know, if you just have a few paraphrases and summaries and kind of a rough understanding of your sources illustrated in those, that's fine, right? Or you can go like the extra mile and really kind of write those out. I've also found that some students take that and then they can use that as an outline, right? And then they can start to write, which is great. So I'm giving you tons of time for the working draft, right? And therefore, I expect these to be really solid working drafts, because the more you put in now, right, the easier it's going to be to revise, okay? So those, the synthesis, you're going to do what you can for Thursday. If you need a little bit extra time, let me know. And then next week, you're going to be on spring break, right? And so you can decide with your partner how much or how little you want to work on that. I encourage you to take a little time off, though. I think we all need a break at this time of the year. I know I'm certainly very tired and feeling a little overworked. So I encourage you to take a little bit of time, as much or as little as you want, but take some time off over the break. Then when we come back, your working draft is going to be due Thursday the 14th. I will be noting this on Teams, but I am going to be gone at a conference from March 12th through 15th. So I'm not going to have office hours on that Thursday. I will be on campus on Monday the 11th. However, I am gone but not forgotten. So feel free to email me, feel free to chat me up on Teams. One thing I really want you guys to start doing is use your resources more. So I want to see more of you in office hours. I have some today and I have some Thursday. I want to see more of you in chat on Teams, right? That's kind of the beauty of Teams. I know it's new technology still, but it can be pretty informal. You can kind of chat me really quickly to ask questions, and some of you are doing that, and that's really useful. Or if you have kind of a longer, more involved question or personal question, you can email me. I also think you guys should be using the Writing Center, right? This is a really hard project. And so they have in-person appointments, and they also have virtual appointments if you're abroad on co-op, right? So start using your resources in a way that I don't think everyone really is yet, perhaps because it's a virtual class, it feels a little funny to reach out, but I want you to reach out, okay? Reach out. Another thing you can do is post things to Teams, right? We're not really utilizing that technology in the best we could, right? So anywhere you want on Teams, I don't care. I know it can be kind of confusing where to post things. So in general or the student channel, I don't really care. Feel free to post questions. Some of you are doing that, some of you aren't. Feel free to post little sections of your draft and say, hey team, you know, what do you guys think, right? And remember, you can @TEAM, team, and everyone will get a notification, right? So if you put up like, hey, here's my introduction, can someone take a look at it? Chances are someone will, right? Not only is that kind of the good thing to do, good Samaritan thing, you'll also learn by reading others, right? And kind of seeing what people are doing, that transparent classroom idea from the syllabus. And also that's going to count as participation, right? And participation is huge in this class. And many of you are kind of like doing it, right? you're doing it. You're here, you're training your work, but in order to kind of really amp up the participation and do really well, I want you to start asking questions, answering each other's questions, things like that. Okay. So once again, we're going to do the synthesis for this week. And then next week, we're going to write the working draft. Well, not next week, spring break and the week after, we're going to write the working draft. I'll be gone the 12th through the 15th, but we'll still be available via email and Teams. Feel free to swing by today during office hours or on Thursday. And let me know if you have any questions about the synthesis exercise, because I don't want you to be frustrated and working on that kind of in the dark. If you have the question, somebody else has the question too. All right. Have a good day.